LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Boxing and MMA Show Live. Okay, guys, for you, if you're a new subscriber to this channel, okay, you're probably already beginning to wonder, like, Coach is a crazy dude, and I really am, okay? I do a lot of things on this channel. I try to have a different feel. Even when I give interviews, I try to do everything different than everybody else is doing them. And from time to time, I give out a message, and I'll pick a person to give a message to that person. And this message is going to take a lot of you by surprise. But I'm giving this message to you, Miss DeMars. And this is the mother of Ronda Rousey. I want to give this message out to Miss DeMars. You see, Miss DeMars, I actually see, and I saw the look on your face. I saw the look on your face. And I saw how you really wanted to get in that octagon. And you wanted to just pull your daughter out of that octagon. That's what you wanted to do because you're a parent. You wanted to pull your girl, your daughter, okay? But because to you, she's still going to be your baby. And you wanted to pull this woman out of that octagon. That's what you wanted to do. Because, see, no parent, I don't care who you are or what you do, no parent wants to see their kid take bruises and bumps and lumps. No parent wants that for their kid. None. Not a one. Not one parent on God's green earth wants to see their kid get in the ring and get brutalized. No parent. It's torture. And I know every single second after one, I know that your heart was falling right through your chest. I know that you felt, okay, you felt the need that, is my daughter going to get out of this cage with her life intact? You see, I know at the pit of your stomach, you had that fear, as any mom would. Because you're a mother. You are a mother. And when Ronda walked out of that octagon, and I saw you run up and grab your daughter, I actually understood that I do have a respect for you. Because, see, in the beginning, when I first used to hear you talk, I just thought that you just were just saying things, you know. And I thought that Ronda got her personality from you, but no, she didn't. I want to talk to you on a level. But, see, I don't know if many of you are ready to handle this level. Ronda didn't get some of the things she got, your work ethic. Because looking at your background, I mean, you did 14 years of martial arts. And now you run a software company. So you're very successful, and you passed the trade on to your daughter to work hard. And nobody is saying that your daughter didn't work hard. Nobody will ever say that. But see, you want your daughter back. You want the daughter that you knew before all of this started. That's the daughter that you want back. You see, I know as a mom, you told your daughter, you said, you know, Ronda, this coach, this man is no good for you. Because he's not doing right by you, and he's just using you. You see, as a parent, we got that sense that we can tell when somebody's not being authentic. We know as a parent. And you knew right away. And you tried, you pleaded with your daughter. You told her everything under God's hot sun to get her away from this man. She just wouldn't listen. And this is not a aha, I told you moment for you. No, this is not. See, for you, and I saw it in your eyes in that interview, you're hurt. You're very hurt. You're hurt. You're hurt at the fact that, you know what, your daughter, you don't want your daughter to be seriously injured over this. You see, you want your daughter to retire because if she's not going to leave the coach that she's with, she is going to get injured. Seriously, next time, if she does it again. You see, there's a person in my comment section, and I can't remember who he is. But you really brought some truth. And you said that Ronda sees Edmund as a father figure. And now it all makes sense. She sees him as a father figure. She sees him because maybe, I don't know Edmund's whole story. I don't know. Maybe he has been there for her. Maybe. And maybe they actually do care about each other. You know, maybe they do. I don't know. But I know the relationship between them is more than coach and student. And maybe it is a father-daughter relationship because Ronda lost her father. And maybe Edmund actually filled that void as a tough disciplinarian. Maybe. And maybe she just felt really attached because maybe Edmund reminded Rhonda of her father in ways that maybe you couldn't comprehend. And so I say this to you, Miss DeMars, and I speak to you. And I speak to you not as a critic, but I speak to you as a parent. I speak to you. In order to get your daughter back, you're not going to be able to get her back on a physical level. That's not going to happen. You've got to get your daughter back on a spiritual level. You see, I detect Rhonda's soul is not completely gone. It's not. You can get her back. But see, there's going to be a little bit more faith than you thinking that you're going to be able to just convince her to do what you think she needs to do. Because as a parent, you're right on. You're completely spot on. Everything, your assessments, every single thing that you said was spot on to the T. But now, see, we got to get to the point where you can get your daughter to see what you see. It's going to take some work. You're going to have a lot of compassion. You're going to have a lot of love and compassion, which I know you love your daughter. And you're going to have patience. Because there are going to be times that there'll be certain things you just can't say. Because, see, when you're dealing with the person, with the mindset, with her mindset, see, there's certain things that you don't want your daughter to become like a radio. And I use a terminology called radio. Because you know how when you're riding around and you're listening to songs and you hear the same song and you keep hearing the same song, well, eventually you begin to turn the radio down. You begin to turn it down. You turn down the radio until you're tired of listening to the radio. And I say this to you, Mr. Mars, you can't become the radio in your daughter's life. Because if you preach her rhetoric and preach her rhetoric, it's going to become like preaching and she's going to tune you out. See, while she's really needing your support right now, see, this is the time to start getting your daughter back, to get your daughter back to who she used to be and how you used to know her. Because I know this isn't the same daughter that you know and loved. It's not. See, before all this UFC thing start going down, this is not the same daughter. And see, now we're going to talk about a common enemy called Satan. And I know some of y'all, you really not into that. Cut the video off now at this point. Just cut it off because I'm going to talk deep spirituality. And many of you guys, y'all not into that. Many of you are atheists, which I respect that. But you're going to respect what I believe if you listen to this video. And that's just how it is. Okay? We're going to talk spirituality. Your daughter is under the attack by lots of demonic spirits. And maybe you don't believe in those, but I do. And I can see certain things when it comes to the spirituality of a woman or a man. And your daughter's under attack by the devil himself. Now, is he coming to her in his true form? Of course not. The devil's never going to appear in a true form. He's coming in the form of people. Your daughter got some negative people that she surrounds herself with every single day. Your daughter don't like to be alone. Not even to get her own thoughts together. Your daughter's afraid. And I don't even think she's afraid to get in the octagon. I don't think she is. Your daughter is afraid of failure. And so these leeches that are around your daughter, they're feeding that. They're feeding that narrative. They're giving her that support that's not even real. It's called fake support. They're giving it to her, but it's not the kind of support. You see, because when the chips hit the fan, they don't have any solutions, and they're not going to be able to help her mentally. But you, being the mom, you have that power, and you got that within you. You got it within you to be the support that she needs. But the demons, all the demonic spirits that's around your daughter, they got to go. Because the only way that she's going to start the road to actually recovering mentally, the demonic spirits that are around your daughter and in your daughter, they got to come out. And I'm just telling you. Because when you have too many people in your camp that's just negative all the time, then things begin to happen that you don't see. Because some of the things that your daughter say, I know some of that she didn't get from you. And you're probably scratching your head. Why did she say this? Why did she say that? And you don't know why. And you're looking for an answer, but you don't have an answer. Because you don't know, because this isn't the little girl that you raised. This isn't the person you grew, you raised into a woman. This is not her. But you know who she's hanging out with. And you know the answer. You've always known the answer. You know the answer. But you're going to have to be compassionate. You're going to have to be patient. And you're going to have love. Because dealing with your daughter right now, and probably for the last 13 months, been hell. Because, see, as a parent, you know what's hurting your children. You know what hurts your child. You know exactly why she shouldn't do something, and she go and do it anyway. And you see, and you don't want your daughter to die over this. Absolutely not. And I agree with what you said. She ought to retire if she's not going to change coaches. I agree with you. But now, how are you going to get your daughter to agree with you? I agree with you. Many people watching this video probably agree with your assessment. But what are you going to do? You're going to have to come into a spiritual realm. And I don't know what you believe. I don't know what you believe. But I do know that you will never get your daughter back unless you think on a spiritual level. And that's all I'm going to say about it. And that's just the way that is. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done.